Hello ladies and gentlemen, this is Sir Cypher here with another exciting day of Wargame Airland battle. This is the fourth day of the first campaign. Decided we're going to attach the naval units to the Crimea because we don't really need them that much. And the commando raid is actually probably better because we can use it to immobilize units. So I'm going to move in here with the 82nd Airborne to Stockholm because it looks like there's nobody there. I'm planning just to call in next turn. These are the 3rd Commando Brigade or something else just to land on Copenhagen. So we'll finally take that. And then we have this Soviet division here that we just need to finish off with our French unit. Should probably have the 1st Infantry Brigade head into Oslo at least, so at least we have somebody waiting there in case something bad happens. So now it looks like the enemy actually summoned a unit there right away. So they must have called in a reinforcement, so it's going to be a little rough for the 82nd Airborne. We do have more morale than them, but this is a Guards Motor Regiment. This is going to be one of their better units, and they have a lot more initiative than us. But that's okay, because they are degenerate communist scum, and we are America, so clearly we're going to win. Alright, so let's do this. We have to kind of limit how bold we're going to be because, as you've probably noticed, all we have is infantry. I think by now that's probably quite clear from seeing the other ones, the other videos with this unit. So we can't do anything super risky, or we risk essentially losing everything, and obviously we don't want that. That would be quite lame. So we're gonna get these light riflemen up in a forward position here. What are these? These are just normal riflemen. We'll get them over there. And then we got to get the trucks, obviously, way to the rear. Because I think as you've seen, so we'll get these riflemen on there. The trucks are quite vulnerable to getting exploded, so we don't want that. So we're trying to get these guys in these houses as quickly as possible. Should probably get these stingers in position, get these ITOs here ready to go. Uh-oh. Oh no, my poor M135s. I guess I don't really have to be super concerned about the trucks because the odds of them actually being used after this are incredibly low. Let's see who hasn't gotten out of their little houses yet. Alright, so once I get my defenses in pretty decent shape here, that's when I'll start pushing forward a little bit more. But until then, I kind of got to be careful because one wrong move and I'm essentially going to get pasted. Now, strangely enough, looks like we have all this stuff here. I might actually be able to sneak up a, oh, these guys already, yeah, okay. Might be able to sneak up a tow carrier, or maybe I'll just hit these guys with some mortars. I actually don't like to keep my mortars next to the fob because they carry plenty of ammunition. Generally enough ammunition that you don't run out by the end of the game. But if you have them sit by the fob, they'll just keep topping off their ammunition, and they'll end up sucking the entire fob dry, and for basically no reason. Oh, these stingers. You get in this house. Rangers, you stay in that house and you get these trucks back. Alright, let's see here. See if I can snipe this hind, maybe snipe some other stuff here. Because you can see, each mortar carries, what is that, 90 rounds? So they tend to not run out, but yeah, if you keep them by the fob, they'll just suck it dry. I got something. That's good. You see here we have the dreaded T80s. These aren't T80Bs, but you can still, or T80Us, but they're still T80s. You can see. They don't have the really good armor, but this gun. Oh, these actually aren't that good. The problem with Soviet tanks is there's so many different varieties that sometimes it's hard to keep track of all the different versions. Because to sort of greatly simplify things, the Soviets have like multiple see, look, they already suck dry these cargo trucks. Maybe I'll put them like way over here. Have multiple different versions of a lot of their things, and some of them are for export, so they're for sending to their allies, and others are for like Soviet elite tank unit use, and the T-80 is more for super pro elite tankers. So I probably actually want to try and get some more infantry up in here. Get some more light rifles up in this area if I can. I don't know why these BTRs are trying to chill here. The BTR is just a pretty basic Soviet infantry carrier. There's nothing particularly super cool about it, but it's just a decent choice. So you see, I have MiGs coming in here. Now I think that these guys have bucks, which are pretty tough. Soviet AA things. So that's why I'm kind of cautious about sending in my planes, because I don't want them to die. But fortunately for the enemy, they gave me plenty of time to get all of my troops into position, and so I actually have a pretty good defensive line here. Especially if I can get these light rifles up into this area, which it looks like I'm going to be able to. So yeah, if I get these light rifles in these houses to support their other buddies who are running out of ammo, then that'd be great. Now I keep on sending cargo trucks back to the forward operating base. That's because you can actually resupply. Trucks by sending them to the FOB. So it's pretty useful. It's a good way to conserve your trucks, especially if you're in a deck like this one that just doesn't really have very many supply vehicles. You'll run out quite quickly if you don't do something like that. So far we're doing pretty good. We do have quite a... Oh, look at that. Look at that. Yeah. These mortar carriers aren't very powerful, but they're pretty good at disrupting formations, and you can get some lucky shots in. And sometimes take out some light vehicles. Oh no, something's shooting at my no, get back here. Oh no, my trucks. Oh, the humanity. So it looks like I'm gonna have to try and do something I'm not super comfortable with and call in my Nighthawks here. Because I think the enemy actually has quite a bit of AA. Oh. Well, it looks like that wasn't really necessary because a bunch of stuff just died. But there's a pretty good chance yep, lost my Nighthawk. But on the plus side, I think I actually lost both Nighthawks. No, actually, you Nighthawk, just evac. I don't want you to die. The enemy just has a lot of anti-air stuff. We need to get my ITV over here. Gotta get these cargo trucks back here. It's my men. The men... Oh no. The men need more missiles, basically. For whatever reason, actually, surprisingly, haven't ran out of tows. Launch some more mortars here. And I'm running out of cargo trucks. The Americans actually have a pretty good cargo truck called the Hemp that's armored. So it can actually kind of stay near the combat line and not instantly die. But we don't have that. In this deck, it's just trucks. So we gotta do our best with just trucks. I'm gonna bring up some more normal rifles to help support those guys. Bring some cargo trucks here also to help out these Stingers. And my Sheridan, which is unfortunately out of missiles. But it looks like we're gonna win soon. Even without the Air Force. You can see here. And actually, if this went on much longer, I'd probably start pushing... probably almost start pushing forward. Let's see here. Get these guys back here. The supply train going. You see here, they've kind of used smoke to isolate my my light rifles, so that my light rifles can't get support from anything else. I don't know if that was intentional on the part of the enemy. It probably wasn't. That's probably giving them a little bit too much credit. But that's kind of what was happening. So I need to get some more rifles over here. These rifles are actually out of bullets. So we got to fix that. But it looks like we've won. So that's fine. You can see here how basically powerful infantry and buildings are, even kind of crappy infantry. And that you can't really attack them on open ground. So we won a total victory. The 131st Guards Regiment has routed, and now it's time for our French Marines to finish off this other Guard Motor Regiment. So. Now, I'm not sure why the enemy actually has 2 deployment zones this time. But it should be okay. Alright, so let's advance here. I have some pretty, trying not to get too greedy with my deployment here. But I tend to always get greedy even if I don't intend to. But hopefully this will work out. We only need, I think it was 500 points, so we don't have to get too crazy with anything. We just want to do our best to... Oh god. Unload the Milans! Get in the houses! You fools! Actually, the Milan should get in those faraway houses. Come on, Milans, get this stupid... There we go. You jerks, shooting my hot carriers. Yeah, normally when the enemy's behind like this, they just tend to just straight up rush for the, just straight up rush for your zone for some reason. Maybe they're just like, just trying to go all or nothing, but it basically never works, but I don't know why they tend to do it so commonly. You notice that actually in situations where the enemy has the advantage, like that last match against my airborne, they're generally a lot more timid. They really sort of figure out exactly where they want to go. They get their positioning all right, and then they normally attack. But when the chips are down, the enemy just tends to kind of go for it. Now we need to, again, get some logistics here to all this stuff, because otherwise we're going to be in trouble, because most of our guys here are actually out of missiles. Did they shoot down my recon? Oh, no, they didn't. Okay. Now the whole thing with basically the entire sort of French army in this game is basically that it hits hard, but it's pretty fragile. It's a very offensively oriented army. Everything, like nothing really has good armor or anything like that. Everything is just like designed for just taking people out. Now, fortunately, I landed my logistics helicopter here, so my Milans can get refilled, because they're shooting them out at quite a rate. We need to get the attack helicopters back over here too. Now, beyond being a kind of a better choice for forward, for being a better choice for sort of like rapid response, logistics helicopters are also good just because they can ferry back and forth to the forward operating base a lot faster than trucks, which take forever. So that makes that a lot more viable tactic. But anyway, here we are. We crush those guys basically. We destroy that unit with the 9th Marines. Routed that unit there. And here's another one of these sort of political messages. The Iran-Iraq war, which was basically going on during this time period, which I think is probably eventually going to be in a war game. So we've taken Stockholm, liberated the Swedish capital. We get 50 morale points, and we actually win the game because we got 200 morale points. So even though we technically did not take Copenhagen, which is one of the victory objectives, as you can see if we look at HQ, we don't have Copenhagen. Oh, it's weird. Why did they put Copenhagen here, which somebody said was the French translation, and Copenhagen down here? Don't know. But since we got 200 morale points, mostly from crushing all of those Soviet formations, we've actually won the game. So that is it for Campaign 1 of our Campaign 2 of Wargame Airland Battle. So I hope you enjoyed it. That was sort of an easy win for the Allies. And next we're going to have the Campaign 3, which is the tougher Pact campaign. And then we're going to have Campaign 4, which is the fairly difficult NATO campaign. So, thank you for watching. Hope you'd enjoyed it, and have a nice day.